None. Oh.
None. I'm out the game.
Oh, I hear that.
I'm shooting blanks now. My choice. Whew. Best thing I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, two's enough. I love my kids, but goddamn. I'll have my life back by the time I'm 50. You know what I mean? In college, I'll be about 50. Me and the wife, we gonna travel and shit, do all the shit I wanted to do when I was in my 20s.
47. That was mine.
My dad retired from the military at 38. And I think he was like 40, 45, 46. I was, no kids. I may sneeze a bunch. I don't know what's going on. After the fight, I had a dry throat and I've been sneezing, so. All right, sorry, guys.
Well, hey, congratulations on a big victory. And you did it in emphatic form, got yourself a good 5 points, put you at the top of the leaderboard. And first of all, I got to give you a shout out from Minneapolis, Minnesota, right here, man.
Hey!
Shout out Minnesota in the house.
I mean, I'm from New York, but I lived a long time in St. Cloud, and my fiance is from Sartell, so.
Oh, okay.
So that's a home for me. Sorry, I'm all up in my nose.
That's all right.
Duty calls.
Little shout out to Sartell. I bet you Sartell never was expecting that right there.
No, they wasn't expecting that. Especially Sartell.
Right.
So what's up?
So, tell us about the fight, man. Anything surprised you about it? I mean,
No.
Good to get back in there. Just give us your thoughts.
You know, it was a crazy 10 months for me. I was an alternate, then I wasn't in the tournament, then I was an alternate, and now I was in the tournament, you know, because everything changes so fast in the PFL. And it's a marathon, not a sprint, you know. Right now we try to make it to each fight. You got 4 fights in a short amount of time. You know, you're fighting big, athletic, strong guys, and you got to stay healthy. So it's really a process. It's not like being anywhere else, you know what I mean? Man, after I ended up getting cut in December from the PFL, and I just kept my foot on the gas even after that downfall. That's why my song was that song by 50 Cent, I Know Heartbreaks and Setbacks. And that's really the story of my MMA career, you know? I've made it pretty far, and, you know, I've had setbacks, but it's, you know, getting back on the horse and figuring out the right things to do. And I didn't know what I was going to do all the time. But I knew I was going to stay at it, you know, keep my foot on the gas, because opportunities arise at any moment, and you got to be ready for those opportunities. And, you know, before my career, I used to kind of half-ass those opportunities. I don't have time to do that. I'm 36 years old. I have no time to half-ass anything. So, yeah.
Is the transition now being at the new gym and with all new training partners, is that relit the fire under you? New focus?
No, the fire's always been there. I think just being around John and being around the greatness and being around solid human beings and great coaches, it can't help but to rub off on you, you know? I went through about 2 camps with John, like a half a camp and then his full camp that he just did. So, you know, I got to see his process. When I say see his process, I got to see it as close as maybe one could be besides his coach, start to finish, right, as a training partner. And I got to see how his mind changes and, you know, how he goes through, how he does film, and that stuff rubs off on you. And there was nothing that Marcelo was doing that I wasn't ready for, that I didn't train for. You know, I was watching his fights all the way up until last night. Literally the same fights, as many fights as I could find, over and over. Because I used to get nervous, right? That means you didn't watch it enough. Because when you get in there, like when I got in there, I felt like I already knew him. I know John has said this, I didn't quite understand this until right now. That leg kick, I knew them was heavy leg kicks. I thought I could check it. Them boys it was coming in hot early, you know? After he got tired, it kind of faded out, right? And I knew that. And you can tell when he was about done. And I put my foot on the gas and we got it done. Broke him.
Absolutely. Now, are you just loving this idea of being able to turn back right around here, just a few weeks and get back in the cage?
This is the process. It's not about loving it. This is what I signed up for. I signed up for this tournament. This tournament's like no other. Like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I came out here to get 3 points tonight. Literally, I came out here to win a fight. And sometimes when you come out to win a fight and you execute the game plan that in my head that I thought I needed to do, you know, the finish will arise. You know, and the finish presented itself and I took it. They're not always this easy, so I'm grateful, and you know, I'll be back in the gym on Monday. You know, maybe Tuesday.
How you earned it?
We're Downtown Brown Sports Map Radio, and we're with the Sports King. You mentioned in the ring, don't sleep on your jiu-jitsu. What do you think brings your strength, and what is it about you that can dominate this tournament?
I'm well-rounded. I'm well-rounded. You know, at any moment I can submit you, I can knock you out, or I can grind you out. You know, I got the cardio to go for days. You know, Marcelo was sitting on the stool like this. Literally, I was watching the whole time as I was recovering and going through my breathing and recovering. He was tired by the time he came out for the second round. You know, I banked on him being just a little bit too big. You know, you're 244 pounds, you were a middleweight. You probably could make light heavyweight. In my eyes, it's just laziness. So you come out strong like a lot of them do, and they start to fade. You know, I saw some things that say I fade in the second and this. You know, my cardio wasn't where it should have been, you know, but I got my fat ass in the pool. And that pool really turned a lot of shit around for me. You know, when you're swimming for 6 months, 7 months, twice, 2 days a week, I still run, not as much. I'm getting older, so, you know, least amount of pounding on my joints is the better it saves them, you know. So, yeah, man. I'm figuring out the right things to do. Maybe a little late in my career, but better late than never, right?
You seem like you worked the crowd to your advantage. You walked in, they wasn't on your side. When you left, you made some new friends.
No, I was waiting. I was screaming. I don't know if you heard me. I was screaming, where them boos at? That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear them boos. I wanted to hear them boos. You think I'm playing? I'm dead ass. You know what? That's probably the best thing they could have done for me. Oh, that's the best thing they could have done. You know? I turned that frown upside down. What's up?
Obviously, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I ran into you last night.
Yep, last night we took a picture right outside with the woman from the little store. Come on, man, my memory ain't that bad now.
Just wanted to make sure, but you did tell me last night that we're going to see a new you, and we just saw you defeating Marcelo Nunes, who was on a 4-fight winning streak and undefeated in his PFL career before obviously facing you. How is that like, and what can the fans expect from you for the rest of this regular season?
Terrible for me to say. But from the outsiders looking in, him or myself, they could say we were the weakest ones in the tournament, you know? Realistically, let's be real with each other. I didn't have a great showing my last time. He's an 85er moving up. The fights only get harder from here. The guys only get bigger from here. So there's gonna be a significant amount of work that I'm gonna put in to come back bigger, stronger, faster, and put on another performance similar. Hopefully, but at the end of the day, I told you I'm here to get 3 points. I'm here to get a W. And if the opportunity presents itself for me to get a finish, I'll take that opportunity 10 out of 10 times. But if we got to fight 3 rounds, 15 minutes, you know, then I'm here for that. I'm here for all that.
Obviously, when you saw the roster of PFL heavyweights, is there anyone that you saw and you're like, I want to fight that guy?
No, it's not like being in other organizations where you got to call your shots. It's pretty cut and dry. They match you up, you win, you get your points, you get seeded. They match you up again based off your seed. You make it. At the end of the day, I want to be a world champion. So whoever I got to run through or whoever I got to fight to get to that spot, then that's who it is. You know, all these men bleed like we bleed the same blood. I ain't got no time being scared of these motherfuckers. You know, so like I said, it's just hard work works, right? Now, hard work pays off because sometimes hard work doesn't pay off in this sport. The sport's very unforgiving. But hard work works if you're willing to work hard. So.
And one last thing, you just said that you be back in the gym Monday or maybe Tuesday.
Yeah.
But last week, obviously, when your main training partner, John Jones, captured heavyweight gold in the UFC, and now, a month later, you win in the first PFL regular season date for heavyweights. Will there be any gym celebrations?
See, this is, like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So although I'm so happy that I won and this is great, at the end of the day, the goal is to be a world champion. So it's a marathon. We just finished the first quarter mile of this mile that we're running, right? We just finished the first quarter mile. Well, I want to get to the half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and then end the season with a shiny new piece of hardware to bring home. So I would like to have a big celebrating. No, I wouldn't. You know, I got kids, man. I'll go celebrate with my kids, my family, my fiance. She hardly ever comes to my fights. She never travels with me. She's out there. Go celebrate with my fiance, you know. But it's back to work. Like I said, hard work works. And if I celebrate, right, take a week off, week and a half, you think, it's all peachy. Well, June's going to come up really fast. And if we don't get back to it, I'm not going to be ready in June. So for right now, I get back to it. I go prepare for June. This is the life I chose, and this is what you got to do sometimes. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I'm having my celebration to be in front of the media to do this winning stuff. I haven't did this in a while, you know, because I wasn't doing the right things. But I think we're going to do this a lot more in the future. So
I just got one for you real quick. You'd said the goal is to be world champion, but you also, I think before we were rolling, you're talking about, you know, having a couple kids and wanting to be, you know, relaxed by the time you're 50, that kind of thing. So is one more important, the other, winning that title or the money that comes with it?
for a lot of my career, it was about the money, right? You know, everybody wants that bag. You know, we chase that bag, right? Or the money. We chase that bag. But at some point in time in your career, man, money's just money, right? But it's like when you go to school to get a college degree, they can't take that shit from you. You know, when I become a world champion, everybody's gonna know for the rest of my life that the Crochet Boss was a world champion in 2023. And that belt will be hanging on my wall forever. The money will come. The money's gonna be there. All I gotta do is go get the championship, the money will be there. I ain't worried about that, you know? I'm a whole brand, the money will be there. But if you're not winning, ain't no money gonna be nowhere. You're gonna be broke as a joke, still chasing this dream, you know? You gotta believe when it's not in sight. Yeah, you gotta believe you can do it when it's not in sight. There's a lot of people that told me when I was 330 pounds, it took my first fight in a month, and here we are 13 years later, there's a lot of people that told me, that laughed at me, told me it wouldn't be possible, I wouldn't be able to do it. Man, I've been at some of the biggest promotions, from big kickboxing promotions, MMA promotions, and we're still knocking on that door after 13 years. I'm almost 37 years old. And I got a lot of life left in me, so no, it's not the money. I want to be a world champion.
Appreciate it.